Yes, I'm outside again. Ooh, dark. Anywho, I'm sick of the snow. Very sick of the snow. So, this week's video is going to be chocolate cream tarts. And I'm going to show you how to make the filling from scratch. This is going to be sort of like a two-parter. This week's video is just chocolate cream tarts. Next week's video is going to be chocolate mousse tarts, showing you what to do with the leftover chocolate cream filling from this week's video. So part 1 this week, part 2 next week. Hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here we go. Chocolate cream tarts. So yes, I'm using store-bought tart shells because I just didn't feel like making my own pie crust today. So prick the bottoms so they don't bubble up, and then you're going to put them into a preheated oven, 375 degrees, for 10 to 12 minutes until they're golden brown or so. Alrighty, so go ahead and do that, and then we'll get going on the filling. Okay, so while those tart shells are in the oven, we're going to get 3 egg yolks. Now you don't need some fancy machine or tool to separate eggs. You have the best tool possible, and that's the shell. As you can see, it's doing its job. Just go back and forth. Into a bowl. In the next video, I'll show you what you can do with those egg whites. Right now, we're going to focus on this. To the egg yolks, we are going to add sugar. I'll have the exact recipe down below. So, start creaming together sugar. I know it looks like a lot, but it will eventually dissolve. Oops. Try not to do what I just did and flick it out of the bowl. To that, we're adding a mixture of cocoa, salt, and instead of cornstarch, I am using a little bit of flour as a substitute, only because I have no cornstarch. I've pre-sifted it together. We're going to add that all in at once and give that a mix. Just like so. I know it looks a little crumbly, but that's okay. To this, 3 cups of milk. I'm going to add 1 cup at a time. Give it a stir. Another cup of milk. Excuse me. Now it does look like you're going to have more filling, so I would probably suggest getting another box of tart shells. And finally, the last cup of milk. Like so. Give that a stir. Then we're going over to the stove. Okay, so here we are at the stove. Now, it's scraped, and you're going to want to scrape the bowl because everything there is not going to be totally dissolved until you start adding heat. So over medium heat, you're basically going to bring this to a boil. Now, as the heat increases, the liquid will thicken up due to the flour. Basically, you want to cook that out. And of course, you want to cook the egg yolk. So just keep stirring and stirring. Wait a few minutes, let that come to a boil. And we'll be back shortly. Now, I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but you can start seeing the steam coming from the mixture. You don't want to heat this up too fast because obviously you don't want to burn the milk. You don't want to burn out the chocolate flavor. Just keep stirring slightly, like so. Bring it to a boil and let it boil for a couple minutes. Be right back. Okay, as you can see, it's bubbling. If you take a spoon, it's nice and thick now. So what we're going to do now, turn off the heat. Keep stirring it. To this now, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter or margarine, whatever you're more comfortable using. Stir that in. And also, we are going to add 1.5 teaspoons, if I can get it to open, of vanilla. So, and yes, I'm measuring. So 1.5. Mix that in. Like so. So then it's nice and silky smooth. Gonna let this cool for a few minutes, and then we're gonna add into the tart shells, which I've already just taken out. See you in a couple. Okay, so I've let the chocolate cool a bit, even though it's still steaming away. And I'm going to start scooping it out. I'm just using one of my measuring cups. So I just find it's easier that way. And start pouring it in there. Just like so. I'll do up the rest of these and I'll continue back in a second. Here we go. Chocolate is in the tart shells. Let these cool down for a bit. And then you can either just leave them out, let them firm up on their own, gradually and slowly. Or alternatively, you can also put them in the fridge, let them firm up in there. You can top them with ice cream. I know, it's small, but whipped cream. But also, like I said, you can also use a pie shell and put this chocolate cream right into the pie shell, let it firm up after you've baked the pie shell. And that's it. Hope you enjoy. You are going to have, if you are using tart shells, you are going to have some filling left over, which is fine. I'm going to figure out something to do with it, because it's basically, we just made homemade pudding, chocolate pudding. So that's it. Please like and subscribe. I'll have a new video soon. I am going to do a video to do something with those egg whites. So like I said, please subscribe so you get the notification for that one. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.